have on here, as you noticed in the video, here's a one here. I have a Echo 1P.
Hey guys, it's Podcast Airsoft again, and today I'll be bringing you a review of the Tokyo Marui M3 shotgun. So we'll start off with basic specs of it. This is just, so this is relative, this is called what they call the Super 90. It's based off the Benelli M3 in real life, Benelli M3 12 gauge. You may see that this is about 200, give or take, of like $50 on other sites if you can still find it around. It does take standard UTG shells, but the Tokyo Marui shells will feed the best in it. This is definitely worth, you know, the very high excess money you will pay versus the UTG one. Because as you guys have seen in the past, I have owned a UTG shotgun, and they last for a month or two, depending upon how bad you abuse them. So even if you take good care of it, it really comes down to it's a $60 shotgun, and they don't really last. What happens mainly with them is right in this section here, where the body of the shotgun will meet the stock and the pistol grip. This right here will develop kind of a wedge, and it'll get really loose and wobbly. And I tried to fix it all kinds of ways. I put twine behind the trigger and tied here. I glued, nothing worked. It all wore out. So eventually I just got rid of it, because they really just, I mean, it's a fun little thing to use for a little while, but they do wear out quick, so be aware. So, rambling on a little bit, sorry. To get to the actual gun, this is the Super 90, but as you can see, the barrel has been cut. It's actually a pretty nice cut, if I do say so myself, so it's kind of hard to tell. But the easiest way to tell is that the shot tube doesn't have the cap on it, so, because it wouldn't just go back on, so I chopped it down. Normally it would reach out to about here, and I thought that kind of defeated the purpose of a shotgun in the first place, so I did cut it down. So yeah. Starting from the top, you will have your front sling mount and your pump. You'll have your rear sight here, and you would have your front sight at the top, but I chopped the barrel down, so I don't have that anymore. And really, you don't need iron sights on a shotgun. It does have Marui markings here. It may be a little tough to see. Just the Tokyo Marui markings, made in Japan, blah blah blah. And here it'll have the Mod M3 Super 90. It's basically standard shotgun setup. Nothing really different other than the quality of the gun itself. So let me flip it around here. And if you guys are noticing that my gun rack is getting bare, yes it is a little bit, but right now I have the Mark 23 in my bag, and I have the M14 putting a new wiring harness in it, so that's out for repair. So don't be alarmed, I do still have like 6 or 7 guns. I just had to sell off most of them, because I rather do gear reviews. So on it, you have basically the same. I added a little rubber, little adhesive rubber pad to give me grip on the pump. And over here is something you definitely won't be finding on UTG shotguns, a serial number. I don't think it's unique, and your 12 gauge 3/4 for 2 3/4 or 3-inch shells. So, or 12 gauge 3-inch or for 2 3/4 or 3-inch shells, excuse me. Read owner's manual before using, that's usually on all real steel guns. So that's a really nice marking there, I really like that, that's great attention to detail. As you can see here on the shell ejection port, it just has the 3 barrels, 3-cylinder system. nothing real special there. Another Tokyo Marui marking. This is your shell trapdoor release. So, like I said, pretty standard shotgun release setup, should I say. Another mod I should say I've done to it is I removed the trapdoor. As I understand, this is a relatively popular mod for shotguns because, as you'll find, the trapdoor is just kind of gets in the way. I do recommend taking that off if you play CQB, because it'll just make reloading so much faster. You just pop the shell out and put a fresh one in. So overall, oh, and I have a piece of paracord here so I can hook on a 1-point sling, so that's a good idea as well. This is a really, really, really nice shotgun. This baby has lasted for a while for me, and it's still going strong. You have the 3-barrel system. I replaced the plastic nozzles with brass. That's, just preference really, but that'll extend the longevity of the gun as well, so I do recommend looking into that. Although it is just a standard M3, it does have the more realistic markings. It'll hold up so much better, and the accuracy on this, it just blows away the UTG in every way. It's completely solid. I think this blows away the GNP and the UTG shotguns because they just, for one, the UTGs they just break after a month or so, and the GNPs are kind of pointless to me because they shoot one shot at a time. So I think that's kind of stupid, but hey, that's just my preference. That's just my opinion. But these get much better spread, in my opinion, or not. Well, they keep a tighter grouping, tighter spread, I should say. That makes sense. But they are a lot more accurate. You will get a better spread. You'll get like a much tighter grouping as opposed to UTG. It's just all over. You will just these will outrange a lot of other shotguns as well. With the arrival of the 870 and the breacher, however, this shotgun may be a little outdated, but especially for the price. But if you can still pick up one of these while they still make them, I would definitely recommend them, because this is the one of 2 most reliable guns I've ever owned. This and the Tokyo Marui Mark 23, because it is spring, so not a whole lot can go wrong in this gun. No batteries, no gas, nothing to worry about, cold weather, hot weather. This baby's always gonna, be a reliable shotgun right by your side, and it's hardly ever gonna fail you. And if it does, these are actually pretty easy to maintain and keep together. What's good about the Tokyo Marui shotguns, another advantage over the UTG ones, is that you can actually disassemble these and without breaking them, and you can actually maintain them and whatnot. So I do like that a lot, and I really just love this gun. I would definitely recommend this. Only thing about them is the only gripes I really have about these are as you can see, the sling attachment points back here are not made for hooks, but whatever. That's just a small little gripe of mine. And it would have been nice if the shell ejection port slide moved, but it doesn't. It's just a dummy piece. But this is a very nice detail because this is on real M3s. In case your shotgun jams, what you would do is you pull this thumb rest back, and it would just pull your ejection port back manually if the shell gets jammed upon ejection. So all in all, this is a 10 out of 10 shotgun. I would definitely recommend this. But if it was up to me and I had the 250, whatever, however much you can find it for, I would save the extra $50 and go and buy myself a Tokyo Marui 870 off eBike for I think $307. But if you want something, if you're really tired of AEGs and gas guns and all that, and you just want a really high quality spring shotgun, I mean, usually those words don't go together, but Tokyo Marui and quality go together, I would definitely buy the Tokyo Marui M3 shotgun. All in all, I love this gun, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who wants a high quality spring shotgun.
Do you see anybody? Come on.